Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would review the Pixi and Caroline Hirons Double Cleanse. Now when I first heard that this was coming out before Christmas, I was so excited because, as I'm sure you know, Caroline Hirons is the skincare queen and I just knew that I had to get my hands on it. I've been following her blog for a number of years now and I watch her videos. In fact, I've got so many of my friends and family hooked onto her blog too. She just really knows her stuff and I feel like there's so many bloggers out there that review skincare, myself included, and we can give you our opinion, we can tell you what we think about it, what we think of the smell, how well it works for us, but there's very few people out there that can actually back it all up with the science, and of course she is one of these people. I really don't think that she needs any more of an introduction, so I'm going to get into my product review. I have been using this cleanser for, I would say, just over 5 weeks, coming up to 6 weeks now, so I feel like I'm in a good position to be able to review it and let you know what I think of it. So first of all, the reason it's called Double Cleanse is because I feel like Caroline Hirons was the person that informed like the general public that you should be double cleansing and not single cleansing your skin. If you studied beauty therapy like I did, you will have learned all about double cleansing, but even though I learned about it, I didn't really do it or feel the need to do it. I just thought that was just something that they teach you and it was all textbook, but in fact I do actually double cleanse, and I feel like this cleanser has really changed my skincare game. So first of all, this is what the pot looks like. It's quite a big pot. Once again, I apologise for the lighting situation. I'm just filming with natural lighting today, but this is the size of the pot. I really hope you can make that out. It's quite bulky, not very travel friendly if I'm honest. That's probably my only con, but I'll open it up and show you. So it comes as 2 separate halves. There's 2 50ml cleansers on either side. Excuse the grubby packaging. As you can see, I've been using mine to death. But this side is the solid cleansing balm and this is the cream cleanser. I'm going to read you what it says on the back of the packaging. It says 2-in-1 jar, contains one side solid cleansing oil and the other side cleansing cream. This duo makes double cleansing effortless and effective, which I actually agree with. Step 1, solid cleansing oil, which is the balm, removes makeup and or sunscreen. And step 2 is the cleansing cream, which cleanses the skin and preps it for the next steps in your regime. So first of all, I should start off by saying that I have never used a cleansing balm before. I've always just gone for like a cleansing gel or a cream or anything but a balm really. And normally if I have a full face of makeup on, I always take it off with some micellar water and some eye makeup remover first, and then I go in with a proper cleanser as my double cleanse if you like. This has completely changed my game. I didn't like taking my makeup off with proper cleanser in the past because I just found that it wouldn't really remove it. This cleansing balm is actually amazing. It removes all of my makeup. It does require just a tiny bit of doing this on your lashes just to get rid of any stubborn waterproof mascara. I do tend to wear quite a few coats of it, but I actually have to say that this is very impressive. It removes every single last trace of makeup. I have tried it with lipsticks that are normally really difficult to remove, stuff that doesn't come off with micellar water, and it just takes it off like a dream. It's absolutely amazing. And what I do is I normally just take a tiny amount of this, and this is where I feel the difference lies from my old skincare routine. I just take the tiniest amount onto dry hands, and I don't rub it into my hands because Caroline always says that that is such a waste of product. All the benefits from the product are then going to be soaked into your hands. So what I do is just take a little dollop of product, maybe like, I don't know, like the size of a 50p coin. I do tend to use quite a lot just because I really like the feeling of it on my skin. Take it into my hands and I just sort of doing this whole like washing your face motion. And I just concentrate it on the areas where I've got a lot of makeup on. So for me that would be my entire eye area, because I know that my eyebrows are super difficult to take off because generally I wear like an eyebrow gel and I top it off with mascara, and I also tend to wear a lot of liquid lipsticks. So what I do is I sort of concentrate it in these areas, and then what I do is grab a flannel. Now this part I feel like has also changed my skincare routine. I know Caroline Hirons really isn't a fan of muslin cloths, but that is what I used to use, and I just thought that, you know what, seeing as this is like her product, I want to do it her way and just test it out properly, exactly how she recommends it, so that I can then tell you guys how it works properly. So then what I do when I've got the balm all over my face is grab a flannel, run it under the tap under some hot water, squeeze out the excess and literally just take it off. I don't splash my face with water, I don't use a muslin cloth, I don't like go in with the second cleanser. I just use the flannel method like Caroline recommends. And then what I do is, still with semi-dry hands, I go into the cream side of the cleanser and again repeat the whole process and take it off with the flannel again. And I have genuinely been loving this process. I just think it's so much easier to take your makeup off. It doesn't feel like you're really doing 2 steps because it's just so quick. You just slap one product on, take it off, slap the second one on, take that off, and you're pretty much good to go. One thing that I absolutely love about both of these cleansers is that I find that as soon as I've taken it all off and I'm ready to move on to the next step of my skincare routine, I find that my skin isn't stripped. It feels quite nice and balanced, which is what I really like. It feels hydrated, it feels like it's still got some moisture in it, because there have been some cleansers in the past that I've tried and they leave your skin feeling so tight and dry, and that is not the feeling that you want. You just want to feel normal, not like you're rushing to grab your serum or your moisturizer or your facial oil, and I really, really like that about this. My skin just feels lovely. I know that when this cleanser was sent out to a lot of the bigger bloggers before Christmas, I think, a lot of people had concerns about the fact that one side might run out quicker than the other side, and I did think about this, but in all honesty I don't really see that as a problem, because I find that I always use both together, and having 2 in one pot really forces me to double cleanse in the evenings, even on those days when it's really late and I've left taking off my makeup until the last possible minute, and all I want to do is just really quickly take it off, not even bother with anything else and just crawl into bed. But let's just pretend that I didn't say that bit, because you should really be cleansing properly and doing all the rest of it. But anyway, there's a few more bits I just wanted to touch upon before I end this review, because I've made a few notes here just so that I don't forget. Okay, so moving on to the actual products themselves. The cleansing balm, like I said, I've never used one before, so I have nothing to compare it to, but in a way, just in a way, it kind of almost reminds me of coconut oil. So it is a little bit solid when you scoop it out, but then it just turns into oil, just how coconut oil does, but it's not as thick, it's not as greasy, it doesn't smell of coconuts, which is something that I really don't like. It's quite lightweight in comparison to coconut oil, but that's the closest thing that I could think of to compare it to. I really, really like this cleanser. The whole thing isn't scented or fragrance. I don't think it's got anything in it really, because it's been designed for all skin types, so even people with really sensitive skin can use this. Personally, I think I would have liked there to be some sort of scent to it, something nice, obviously, just because I feel like that makes the whole process of taking off your makeup just that little bit more enjoyable. Maybe that's just me, but having said that, of course I can see why there's no scent or fragrance to it, just to make it almost like a one size fits all. The other thing that I really would have liked to see is I wish they'd brought out like a spatula for the solid balm cleansing side, because normally I have acrylic nails. I don't at the moment, but even when my nails are long, I just don't like sticking my fingers into pots. So what I tend to do is like use the back of my nail to scrape the product out and then sort of scrape it off and then take off my makeup and whatever. So a spatula would have been quite nice, although I probably would have lost it anyway. It would have just been nice to maybe include something like that. I just hate that feeling of getting stuff caught underneath my nails. Oh, it's horrible. And the very last thing that I wanted to say is I really hope they bring out like a mini travel size pot, or better still, maybe 2 mini pots, one with each cleanser in it. I just think it's such a nice cleanser and I want to use it all the time, but the packaging as it is would really put me off taking it on holiday, because it's quite heavy and it's quite big and bulky. It's not glass, it's plastic, but it's just not very travel friendly. But anyway, that concludes my mini review. I did want to keep this short and to the point, but I do feel like I've been speaking for a very long time. So I'm going to end this video here. In case I didn't mention at the beginning, the cleanser retails for £24 and it is a 100ml product, which is about average, as in it's 2 50ml products in one, if you like. But anyway, I really hope you found this review helpful. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, because it would mean so much to me. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!